Alright, welcome back to another stream. Going to be a little bit more unchatty on this one because I need to sort of work now, unfortunately. Alright, welcome back to. Right. So where's my video? For this building mod. I'm on the Google homepage. Nice. So we'd like to see. Yeah, she got quite a decent amount of views on this video. I'm going to basically watch my video because it's the best one. That's often the case there. And we're just going to follow along because I've forgotten it all. This is actually the world that the video is made on, so it might help me a bit. Let's see what we say then. Hello, welcome to the Effortless Building Mod Spotlight. I'm going to try and go through the entirety of this mod in this video. So we click the plus key on the right hand side of the keyboard. We're going to get this menu, and we're going to go for an array. So we're currently looking in the positive X direction. So we're going to place one block in front of us, and we're going to do no copies. So that's going to place a block in front. Now if we go back, all right. All right, so it's to do with the look, isn't it? Yeah, I guess so, right? I do this in half the time. I wonder if I can. I might be able to. Not really. You can't really do that. I can't just place one block. What I did? Let me just see what I sort of didn't. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, if I did this, let me see what happens if I do this. Yeah, I think by only doing one block, I wasn't looking at this this sort of thing. Because wouldn't I then have to change it to? I could do that, right? That's how I would do something like that. Control Z, yeah, you work good. If I wanted to do it, but this is the whole point of obviously using the. All right, I'm just gonna sort of like I'm gonna sort of like riff on my original video a little bit. I should probably pause it just to give myself a bit more performance. Okay. Is there anything else I can think of? Before we just get in, before I get into the other stuff, I just want to see if there is a way to do this, which is the mirror. I can't remember how to set the area yet. Right. Wait. You know what? Let's not get confused. We're going to just stick to what we did before. Because the thing is, I know how I made this video. It was like I spent like an hour and a half doing rubbish like this, and I was wasting my time doing that. So it was 1, 0, 0, and 0. That's all it is. Place a block anywhere. Obviously, the whole point is I want to be able to build. I want to actually be able to use it. Do you know what I mean? The video I did enough so that I sort of knew when I made the video that this time would come where I'm going to have to actually use the thing. That was why I made the video. So it's handy that I've got it at least. Okay. So, well, actually, I want to have more copies than that. So we could perhaps press Shift and say we want 20 copies. Okay. So press Shift. So we want 20 copies instead. Yeah, and I think I probably intentionally didn't turn around in the video. But yeah, again, the only useful thing, I guess, is that you can just do that. And just do that. Actually, I wouldn't know. I have to, yeah, obviously I have to do minus. I have to do, what was going on there? So, do -1. I think you can actually, no, obviously can't do that. Right, so I could do something like that, right? And the auto replace, I don't think I forgot to mention that, I think, in the video. Where is that? Quick replace is minus, right? So let me just check that one. That's kind of the wrong way still. Let's just check it works. Oh no, that's what quick replace does, I forgot. Which is the thing that overwrites then? What's left control do? I don't think there is a way to overwrite it, maybe. Unless I'm mistaken. There might be. Is there a way to overwrite? It's not in the, it's probably here, isn't it? No. No. It's not normal plus mode, is it? I'm not sure there is actually a way to do it. I'm also, I don't know, it's not that interesting, to be honest. If I have to look it up in the actual wiki, I will, but I'm not gonna, I don't want to focus on it too much, right? And that is gonna do 20 copies. Depending on the offset, we're gonna get some different things. So for instance, say we put this to 1 as well. It's gonna give us 20 copies, and we're gonna get a diagonal line. We could also do something like this, do an offset of 2. So you can see it's gonna put a gap there. Then we could put, say, a different blob in the middle, like that. So there. It's going to give us 20 copies, and we're going to get a diagonal line. Right. We could also do something like this, do an offset of 2. So you can see it's going to put a gap there. All right, I want to look at the actual the gap stuff as well. It's kind of important. Let's do a count of 5. We'll say a count of 5 and just do it 4, because we know it's count of 5. So yeah, this was something which I wanted to just sort of verify in my own head. So 1, 0, 1 works like that. 2, 0, 0 works like that. Three, 0, 0 works like that. So yeah, so you could potentially, if you just knew, yeah, it's one way of looking at it is that obviously you're always going to have, you can basically tell the intersection just by knowing the numbers, right? Oh, damn it. I knew I was going to get that wrong. But I need to be more accurate with it. So there's a 3. When was you put a 2 overlaid? It's not that useful to do that. I think the thing that I'm trying to get at is that you can tell that the intersection is going to be a certain spot. Is that correct? Yes. That's what I want it to look like, right? Okay. The other thing as well to look at is, and this is one of the first things I want to do is work out how to do sloped roofs really well. So there's the 1. Let me try a 2 and a 2. The other thing I would like to try is to increase one number a lot and keep this one at 1. Let's go back a bit. It sort of makes me think that you could probably give me a second here actually. That goes there. And then finally we have this one, right? Yeah, I mean, it's certainly an interesting shape. Almost looks like the 2 and 1 on the right hand side. Not. All right, let's forget about that. I don't know how useful any of this stuff is. The problem is that really it's just because I think that the thing is, even in the video, I think I sort of didn't really get how what's going on with this. Okay. What was the deal with normal plus? Why did that not? I don't think I really understood what the difference between normal and normal plus was. The other thing as well that's kind of odd is that when you have array enabled, I feel like it just ignores it. I feel like this is only for normal mode. That's how it felt. If I put into cube mode, oh, you know what it is? No. It's not in phase 1, right? It's not in stage 1. So it would be like, yeah. Let me just look at this. I'm sort of not going. Like if I have a sphere, like how on earth does it work? It looks to me like this stage. Like if we start here, right? It feels like the flat placement is unique to is not unique. I think. I can only seem to go. I don't think I can get small. It looks like whenever I try and get smaller, I'm starting on this block, right? you'd think, for some reason, it is, even though my settings are 101, it's not just, oh no, it is now. Oh, wait. Let me start there. I think it reset there. There is some weird issues with the placement. Yeah, because that we can max size. Is it that small that I just... No, it just doesn't exist. I think what it's saying is that, I think probably what it does is it caps it, because it knows that it's not going to be able to create like a sphere from such a tiny little thing. It has to be at least 2 by 2. And if we go into the other mode, let me just check that again. Like cube. Cube does allow it though, right? Yeah, we can go back to cube. Cube doesn't seem to let me create like... I can go out, I can go do this, and then go down. Just trying to get a feel for it. How far can we go around? Seems to be, can't go past that face. I think what you also have to do is you have to make sure you click on this block to actually activate it. Because you see, if I was doing something like this, a lot of the problems with this are to do with the actual UI. You see here, I can't, it doesn't matter. And I think what I wasn't doing before is I was just seeing, oh, it works this time. And the reason it works is because my cursor is locked to it. So it's always going to work. But the thing is, like, here it's not, you see, here my cursor is not locked. Maybe you just have to click on it. No, you see, it's not made it. It's difficult. It's difficult really to control the structure. I wonder, like, if this is making any difference, though. Like, if I just did a similar sort of messing around thing. Okay. I think what this does is it uses the mirror feature. Yeah, we really have to... How does that work? That's actually, that could be potentially be a useful structure, couldn't it? What did I get on that on 701? Yeah, it's not bad. Is that any different? It still is not clear to me why it makes any difference what I use here. But should we try and make a useful structure? I mean, how can a sphere ever be useful, right? That's one thing I've realised. It really isn't. It really is about sort of seeing what shape you want to get first. I don't know why the angle is always so tricky to get. Maybe I just stay... I think we have to stay in line with the green block, right? I click and then it just doesn't do it. Which is weird to me, right? But you see, I bet if this was lower, it wouldn't be such a hassle. It still is. Oh, you know what it is? You always have to click the first block, don't you, to set the registration point? Oh, I always forget that. I remember that. If I'd watched the video a bit more, I would have remembered it better. No, it still doesn't always work, though. It's frustrating. Definitely seems to be easier in different modes to actually click the thing and to get it to work. Like, it's much easier to do that, right? I know what it is. Maybe it's just you can't move once you set it. This is one of those mods. It's interesting to look at, but it's not that easy to use. Not many people use this mod. Okay. Maybe you double click. Is it a double click? Maybe it is a double click. Maybe that's what I was doing wrong. Alright, let's keep on. Let's actually just go back to the video at this point. Maybe we could put, say, a different block in the middle like that. It's not interesting though. Okay, let's turn the array off and look at some of the other options now. Okay, so now let's look at this one, mirror enabled. So here you can see we've got a mirror. Now generally you're going to want to put this, set the mirror position to the current player position. You can see we're mirroring in the X plane here. So what this does, it does that, and also if you take a look at the actual length of the mirror here, you can see if I put the radius lower here, you can see it's going to do a smaller one. And what this will let you do, take a look here. So I could then combine that with the array. Okay, we'll switch to a larger radius actually. And so what I want to do is, you can see we've got a count of 5, and again we're going to do the offset of 2. Let's look at the mirror without messing around with other stuff at this point. We're just going to do X at the moment. We'll do X, yeah. Actually, we don't want to do it there though. Do mirror only in X, radius of 10. Let's go. All right. So what do you mean array disabled then? Hmm. I feel like when you do array disabled, this looks like more how you expect it to look, right? The thing that I'm not getting is how each thing is. It's definitely to do with double clicking. Yeah. Interesting. So it's not actually big enough, is it? Well, the radius is. I think what it's not telling you is that yeah. Hmm. Yeah, because this length is actually telling you what this length is as well. So it doesn't make much difference to bump this up more. No. Why do I find it so hard to place the blocks though? Is there like a placement button rather than having to click with the mouse? Alternative placement is the left control. So I do that and press left control, will it do it? Left control is weird, it just toggles between those two. Hmm. Is it a click and drag thing? I think it is, right? Okay, it's trying to toggle between two there. Do you have to left click it or what? No, left click doesn't do anything. Man, I don't know if I can ever use it if I can't click, if I can't control the thing properly. Well, that seemed to work a bit better. Let's see if I can create exactly the same shape again. So we started from this point. Well, we'd have to start from the middle, so say we start here, right? Oh, man, it's hard to use. It really is hard to work out what the hell is going on there. I feel like yeah, if you just look at the green block, things tend to go better, don't they? All right, let's try that again. Okay, that looks better. Okay, I think I got it. It suddenly just clicked in me how I remember how to do it. But how are we going to get, say, just... That's the shape we want, right? So we have to go to the back of the structure, maybe. Man, this might take a while. This might take like a week or so to me to actually get it to work. It's hard. It's very hard to understand exactly where you're supposed to stand. So you can see the 5, that's going to be from 0 to 5. So it's going to be 6 blocks on that side and then 6 blocks on that side. Now we're going to hold down left alt and we're going to go to circle. You also notice we can choose the corner or the middle, hollow or filled. So we can do corner or middle. We'll try hollow. Yeah, maybe I will try circle actually. So go for hollow. I think I went corner on this. Yeah, so this works really easily. I think that's probably why I chose to do it in the video. This I have no problem with. It just seems like the placement is... It's kind of interesting how it does that. What is the benefit to that alternate placement thing? I think you need to click. Yeah, there you go. So if I'm in that, oh, it just does. Oh, okay. Maybe it doesn't do anything then. I don't even understand the difference between the two, to be honest. That's corner, right? Middle. Actually, it's actually pretty straightforward. Mine middle? It still looks like corner. Hard to say though, isn't it? Middle. Not going to touch that button. Corner. Doesn't feel any different. Maybe corner will get me a you know, an irregular circle. What is an irregular circle even called? Must be a name for it, proper name for it. No, I think it's just irregular circle, isn't it? Yeah, no, it makes sense. Yeah, if you follow the logic, yeah. Thought there might be. I think there probably are some names for it, but Wait a minute. This is an interesting result. We got this with the circle tool, right? I wonder if that's it. No, the erase. Yeah. It's actually nothing to do with this at this point. Interesting. All right. It looks like you can basically get irregular shapes of both sides. Doesn't really matter how you do it. If I'm using corner or middle, I can still get an irregular shape. Yeah. Basically, from what I can tell, right? For instance, if we put the array on, and we put some crazy numbers in here, the fact that I've got left the circle tool, it just ignores everything. Oh no, it doesn't though, does it? You see, it looks like it's not ignoring everything. Like if I did this, oh right. It creates it, and okay, I remember now how it works. So if I do something like that, it creates the 7, right? Yeah, this is why I was doing that. We're sort of getting ahead of ourselves. All right. Right. This is actually an interesting shape. I'd like to see if I can get it to in a small mirror. I want to try and do something like accurate. But the thing is, if you're using a mirror, it's like you don't need to worry about the array at all, right? Because the whole mirror is. Can you? Yeah, you know what you could do though. Yeah, you could actually. This will actually test if I actually know what I'm doing at all. If we do 2, 2, let's just see how this works. Yeah, well, the count needs to be 2. What is the deal with this shape again? How did I manage to get that shape even? There it is. Right. Yeah, so if I did that in a mirror, what would be the use of that though? Not really much. But at least I think something more is clicked. Let's click. I'm only 2 minutes into my own video, so let's go back. Let's see. As we move away, that's going to create a circle there. Okay. Let's see what else I do next. There's some other really cool ones, like for instance the slope floor. Let's take a look at this one. Let's do that. So I'm going to click once. And when we do a second click is when it will go 3D. When we do a second click is when it goes 3D. Take a look here. That is correct. So we can get that in position. And we can get 3D. Let's try a cylinder now. Yeah, the offset looks weird though, doesn't it? I kind of like it. It's because it's making me understand it, the actual mechanics of it a bit better. What offset did I choose? What? Why do I need any offset at all then? Surely it makes more sense to actually... An offset there seems absolutely pointless. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. How do we get the actual house then? If we did a... What I'm thinking is if we could get this to be nearer it, then you could just, then you would be able to, because the problem is I can extend it. I can't even, I know exactly what I mean, but I just can't express it. What if we just did it as 0 for the whole lot? It has to be 1. I think it just has to be 1, you know, on the white. I think that's the answer. Almost certain that's the case, but we'll see in a minute. Yeah, that'll get me the roof, right? And is there a case of you know, if I wanted a really tall roof, I just mirror that. That's going to be a perfect roof, and then you could put, and then you could do all the stair. Doing all the weird stair stuff is going to be interesting, but that is basically how you get that. What's the name of the roof? List of roof shapes. That'd be number 7. Why are you number 7? You see. Well, you've literally got a load of roofs. They've got numbers now, and there's nothing telling you which one it is. It's probably just a bell. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we're going. That roof is a. I guess it's conical roof. Is it conical? Maybe. Yeah. Should we try and do the mirror of this roof? Because I kind of like this, what we're doing here. So we want to get a mirror of this roof. We'd say we'll do it in the X direction. So which way? X, positive X. Where do we put the mirror down? If we're looking in positive X, the mirror is going to go perpendicular to us, right? So we want to go look in. We want to be looking in a Z direction of some kind. The mirror is going to go perpendicular, so it should It should be correct. I'm probably going to get it wrong. Let's see. Because we don't want to mirror it in both directions for this roof. Eventually we will want it in both directions, so we can build only a quarter of it and it will build it the whole way. Right, that's exactly where I thought it would go, right? Right. So if we build, let's see. It's not building the right way around, is it? No, we don't want it to build like that. Which way I was looking? I was looking in that direction. We do want it to be looking in the X direction. All right, let me get rid of that. Let's put it here then. Go, man. This is why I've got the coordinates mod, by the way. This is going to take me about 20 minutes to work out as well. No, buddy. Oh, did I accidentally? Okay, that's looking better. Not quite. Of course, it's funny how people leave the chat when I'm actually getting somewhere. Man, people are so lame. Oh, can you actually? Huh. Let's try that again. It looked like it was building in the right place before. Maybe it wasn't. Let me just watch my own tutorial again so I can understand, because I think I've already forgotten what I said. So let's take a look at this one. So I'm going to click once. Yeah. And when we do a second click is when it will go 3D. So we take a look here. Yeah, okay, right. Well, that's another way you could potentially do it. So we can get that in position. And we can get 3D. Let's try a cylinder now. So if I go like there, we're going to choose our position. And we can build up the cylinder. Like so. Okay, so we're on normal mode now, and we're going to go for the radial mirror this time. Oh, the radial mirror. Good. I still don't feel like I'm achieving a great deal here. I guess in a way that was sort of what I wanted to achieve. Yeah, you specify the ground area, right? Then the second click comes. I mean, that's obviously not at all what I wanted to do. I need to think smaller rather than bigger. I don't know. I guess we'll come back. Yeah, well, 50 minutes. Yeah, I don't want to stream too long because I need to do this like every day, and it's gonna get don't want to go overboard on it.